up week 1. Let's go ahead and jump on the scales and see how you guys did last week.
Donna, 207.7.
All right, in 6th place, down 0.6 pounds, 0.28%, Deborah. In 5th place, down 3.9 pounds, 1.84%, Donna. In 4th place, down 2.4 pounds, 2.03%, Susan. In 3rd place, down 5.5 pounds, 2.47%, Catherine. In 2nd place, down 9 pounds, the biggest loser of the week. Like the biggest loser. It's like the only time you're happy to be the biggest loser in the room. Down 9 pounds, 2.69%, Laura. Which means in 1st place, down 6.4 pounds, 4.26%, Hannah. Awesome job, all of you. Awesome job. As a group, you lost just shy of 28 pounds, just the 6 of you. In new decades this week, there's 3 of you in new decades. Donna is in the 2 single digits, which means, Donna, you are like a couple weeks from Wonderland, which is so exciting. Hannah is in the 140s, and Catherine is in the 2 teens. And so congratulations to all of you. Amazing job. We are going to be talking about something, this is something that really is the foundation for success. And I'm not only just talking about your health, I'm talking about like literally in almost every area of your life. Without this, it is next to impossible to have sustained success. You can have some short-term success, but at some point, the excitement wears off. And when the excitement wears off, because see, right now, part of what made week 1 and part of why week 1 is sometimes a little bit easier, even though you're on this brand new plan, is because you have this natural thing called excitement. You have this natural thing called enthusiasm. And it's much easier to say no when you're excited about this new journey. But at some point, it's just like it's a lot easier to overlook your spouse's flaws when it's brand new relationship because you're excited. You're excited about the possibility. You're excited about how cute it is when they drool. You're excited about all the things. And eventually that excitement wears off and what's left? Just the fault, just the flaw. It's always been there, but when the excitement wore off, sometimes we treat it a little bit differently. So it really is the same thing. And right now, you guys are excited. So those challenging situations, you're almost like excited to go in and be like, yeah, I got thrown a lemon and I made lemonade. Like, look at me rocking it. But at some point, the excitement wears off. And what's left is the work. And I got to tell you, if you don't have a vision for where you want to go and what you want to be and what you want to do when it comes to any area of your life, when the hard comes, you know the saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. The truth is, when the going gets tough, most people quit. Or they jump to something else that they're excited about. That's what they do. 98% of the population spends their life trying to escape it instead of loving the life they live. They're escaping it through TV, Netflix, dreaming about all these things instead of creating a dream life, a life that they would want to live over and over and over again. And so a vision is the backbone. It is the foundation of the life you want. of the health you want, of the marriage you want. If you're married and you don't have a vision for your marriage, I'm going to guess right now you're not super duper happy or fulfilled inside of your marriage. If you want to be financially successful, but you don't have a vision for your finances, you probably waste a lot of money, because wealth has nothing to do with what you make. It's everything to do with what you keep. It's your habits, right? And so tonight we're going to talk about your vision when it more specifically when it comes to your health. But here's what I want you to know. Literally, you can take this call and apply this to almost every area of your life. And if there's an area that is struggling, I guarantee there's a lack of vision wherever that area is. And so our health, for most of us, if you go out and you ask the average man or woman walking around, what is your vision for your health? Where do you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 5 years? When you're 60, what do you want to look like? When you're 70, what do you want to be doing? When you're 80, what do you want to do? Most people are going to look at you like you're smoking crack. They're going to look at you like you got a wart like so big on your nose. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because most people put more planning into their wedding day than they do their future. Most people put more planning into their vacation than they do their health. And so my question is, and I know last week you guys had homework, so I know all of you thought about it because it was part of your homework, right? But what is your vision for your health? And there's a phrase that you're going to hear me say a lot throughout this entire program. And the phrase is, nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. Specific, not vague, not rangy. Well, I want to be somewhere between like a size 12 and 8. It's a really big range. I run into this all the time when I'm coaching people in business. If failure wasn't an option, how many zeros do you want at the end of your bank account? I don't know, somewhere between 30 and 50,000. That's a big range. Pick a number. What size do you want to be? I don't know. I think I'd be happy with somewhere around here. Nope, I want exact. But see, most of the time people won't pick exact numbers. There's two main things why people don't go for things, and it's fear of failing and fear of judgment of other people. Because what will they say if I say I'm going to do this and I don't do it? What will they say? What will they think? How will I look? So oftentimes we give a range to keep from looking stupid, or to keep looking like we didn't know what we were talking about. It's more safe to give a range or an estimate or a roundabout than to give an exact. But it also lacks commitment. And where there is no commitment, there is no success. And so this is about you really figuring out, this whole week is about you really figuring out if failure wasn't an option, what size would I be? Where would I shop? What would I look like? So let's just start with those, okay? So there's a couple ways that you guys can do this, and I know most of you guys did this last week. You obviously go on Google, you search celebrities, and then you come up, you're going to see what they weigh. That's going to give you, so you're going to find 2 or 3 celebrities and you're going to start seeing that you have a type. Did everyone notice this? You had a type. How many of you realized you had a type? Your eyeballs kept being attracted to the same type of body, right? And like I used to say silly things like, well, I'm more of a fan of the curvy celebrities. Like, I don't really want to be one of those stickly celebrities that's really skinny. And then I found out, oh, the curvy celebrities are still size 4. Oh, huh. the stick ones are like double zeros. And so I remember when I first started seeing this, I was like, wait, what? Like Kim Kardashian's still a size 4 or 2? Frick. Khloe Kardashian, who's the bigger Kardashian, is a size 4 or 6. What? Like in my mind, I'm thinking 12, 10, coming from a size 22, right? And so it really opened my eyes, my fluffy eyeballs, that wow, okay, yeah, okay. And I realized that my average person my eye gate was attracted to was about a size 4. And it was like, or a 2. And I was like, I don't know if my body could ever do that, but hey, here's my goal. And so I translated that to a number. And all the people that I liked were between 125 and 130 pounds. So I went right in the middle, and it was like 127.5 for me and my height and what I wanted, right? And everybody's going to be different. Like we had a girl inside of season 5, and she started the program at like 119 pounds, but she had very small frame. And she had a little bit of a belly on her, even at 119 pounds. For her, she got down to 105, which was her goal. And she had abs, and she looked amazing, and she looked healthy. And she did that in phase 1, which means phase 2. And when she started, guys, she was a chef. So she was in chef school, culinary school, which means she had to taste the food and like taste it and spit it out. Because can you imagine? You're cooking every day for a living. You got to put it in your mouth, chew it, and spit. Whatever. But I mean, she lost like 17 pounds inside of like 8 weeks. And then she spent the rest of the time just maintaining, right? And fixing her mindset. So often we think that people that start smaller have it all together when it comes to here. No, like, listen, there is such a thing as body types. My son and my daughter have 2 completely different styles. Like my son can eat anything and not gain anything. My daughter can eat stuff and it goes right to her stomach. Right to her stomach. Same parents, they just have different body types and different metabolisms. And neither one of them have a weight issue, but my daughter eats junk for 2 days. She looks like she's got a little belly on her. It's the wildest thing. So there is, some of us have faster metabolisms naturally, but don't use that as your excuse. All right. So if failure wasn't an option, what would the number on the scale say? What would the number on the scale say? And it's not about being obsessed. It's about, you've got to have benchmarks. You've got to have something you're shooting for. Your vision is like your guiding light. It is the thing that is going to propel you on. It is going to push you through in the moments when you want to quit. And I'm telling you, there will be moments when you want to quit, when you want to give in, when you swear, I want to be healthy, but I want the cheesecake more. I want the junk food more. I want the chips and salsa more. But when your vision is strong enough, hear me, when your vision is strong enough, there is nothing that will stop you. Your vision, not Joe's vision, not Sue's vision, not your mom's vision, not your sister's vision, not what anybody else thinks you should walk, talk, or look like. What do you want? If you were being 100% honest with yourself, what do you want? So what is the number on the scale? And I got to tell you, this takes faith. It takes faith to build a vision. And you've got to combat fear, because fear and faith cannot coexist. You've got to pick one. And you can either have faith that whatever is inside of you was put there on purpose and not on accident, and that my vision of being a blonde in a bikini on a beach with my husband was put there by God, and it wasn't vain. No matter what anybody else thought, it was put there to motivate me. My goal of wanting to wear a dress with no Spanx underneath was put there by God, and it wasn't just my vain intentions. My goal of what these would look like after I got them put back into place was there as by God Almighty, and it wasn't, I had to choose to believe that. Why? Because there was a moment where I'm like, okay, Carmen, are you just being vain? Listen, what motivates, motivates. Mm-hmm. What motivates, motivates. I can't judge what to put on the fish's hook is what the fish likes. So what is that magical number? And I got to tell you, at 288 pounds, when I wrote down 127.5, I had all kinds of fear. I had fear, would I ever get to that? I had fear, if I actually got to that, would I look sick? Would I look like I was microscopic and small? And would I look like a melted candle? And you know, I'm big boned. So, and I used to be an athlete, so I got a lot of muscle. All right, I'm going to walk in faith, and I'm going to write down 127.5. And I wrote it down. Then it was like, okay, if I actually got to my goal, what would I dress in? What would I dress in? Well, for some reason, probably because I could never wear them, one of the first things I pinned was a short skirt and a crop top. like a skirt and a crop top, you know, where you like, not like a crop top, like everything's hanging out. But for me, so you have your skirt and then you have the crop top. So you have a little bit of skin showing and it actually looks good and flat and there's nothing hanging over, because you can't wear anything like that when you're 288 pounds and you have Spanx or you have extra stuff in your stomach because stuff just hangs over. Boots with skinny jeans with a bodysuit and boots that come up over the knee with a cute belt and a big buckle. Bodycon dresses. Lingerie with the lights on. So I had all these things. So I'm starting to build the vision. I'm starting, and as you build your vision, what happens is you're building who you're becoming. You're literally writing the next chapter, because the next chapter hasn't been written. The activity you do today is what starts to write the next chapter. And this is why what we do is so important, because when I was building that vision, did I have any proof that that was going to come to pass? Did I have any proof that these things that I put on my Pinterest board was going to happen? None. So then I was like, all right, but again, fear and faith. Faith is the ability to believe in what you cannot see. The ability to believe in what you cannot see. And I was like, all right. So obviously when I get to my goal, none of my clothes are going to fit me. So how much am I going to spend on clothing? So I had a budget. I went to my husband and I'm like, all right, babe. So when I get here, nothing's going to fit me. So we're going to have to go shopping. So what do you think would be a good budget? And so we came up with the number $5,000. When I get to my goal, $5,000 to rebuy everything. Then he came back to me the next day and he's like, I've been thinking. I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, I think you need a clothing budget. He goes, and then I think you need a lingerie budget. So I think we should set $2,000 aside for the lingerie budget. I'm like, done. So we had $5,000 for clothes, $2,000 for lingerie, because nothing was going to fit. And so again, nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. My question for you tonight is, if failure wasn't an option, 1 year from now, where do you want your health to be?
1 year from now, I will have reached my goal weight of 125 pounds. My best guess is that will be a size 2. I've never been that weight or that size before, but I'm going to say that's a size 2. And I will be successfully maintaining my weight. I will reach my goal weight much sooner than a year from now, but I will still be successfully maintaining and be that weight a year from now. I'm going to wear a bikini for the first time, and like an actual bikini, because the closest I've gotten to a bikini is like a tankini, and that doesn't really count. So I'm actually going to pick like a really cute, really nice bikini, and I'm actually going to wear it in public for the very first time. I would like to take a tropical vacation to wear the bikini with my mom. So just me and her to celebrate this journey together. As part of that, I would like to have abs. Not like, I don't need like a 6-pack and like something super defined. I just want you to be able to look at me and be like, yeah, those are abs and not fat rolls. And then I've always wanted to wear a really cute dress to a fancy event. I don't have any fancy event on my calendar. Like, I don't know where this will be, but like I have in my closet this dress that I bought like 6 years ago. It didn't even fit me when I bought it, but I just really liked it and I liked the color. And what's funny is like 6 years later, I don't like it. Like, I would never wear it even if I was at my goal. But I really want to get a cute dress, something floor length, very princessy feeling, and find a fancy event to wear it to. And then I've been thinking about my budget, and shopping's not my thing. Like, I don't know what clothes I look good in. I know what clothes I think are cute, but I don't know what clothes like would look really good on my body, or like what colors are my colors. So I plan to hire a stylist to take me shopping. Like, I'm going to do my Pinterest board and I'm going to show it to this person and then be like, let's go get all this stuff. And yeah, right now I'm going to say that my budget's $4,000, because exactly like you said, Carmen, this is a place that I've never been before. So nothing really fits right now. And I know when I get to my goal, what's hanging on by a thread and safety pins right now will absolutely not fit in 25 pounds. So I'm going to need all new everything.
Hello.
Okay, this is what I had written last week, so obviously I've got to add to it. 1 year from today, on September 16th, 2024, I will be healthy, fit, flexible, and strong. I will have the energy to do what I desire to do. I will be active with my kids, grandbabies, and friends. I will be active in my life, and I will not be hiding or embarrassed because of my weight. I can't wait to take a vacation, wear a swimsuit, because I don't even own one. Just, yeah, that ain't, but anyway, cute clothes, and I will love how I look. I can't wait to be confident in my own skin for the first time in my life and feel beautiful. Size. So after our conversation tonight, so my fairy godmother person is Jennifer Lopez. She's just a couple years younger than me. But we're the same height. And she weighs 128 pounds. I found that. So my weight will be 128 pounds. I am going to assume from our conversation this evening that 128 is a size 2. I wouldn't know. I've never been there. I like Carmen's numbers of having $5,000 for clothes and $2,000 for lingerie. And where am I going to shop? Okay, I know this is going to sound crazy, but there is an online store called Boston Proper.
I love them.
And I look at all of these beautiful clothes on these models and dream about them. And one day I will be able to wear something off of that. So,
1 year from now, I want to be able to walk without feeling winded. I want to feel strong. I want to be able to get like in and out of my vehicles without feel like I'm having discomfort moving around. I never want to wear Spanx again because they're so uncomfortable. I would like to travel overseas or to the Mediterranean. So I'm definitely going to need a straw hat and some sundresses and a new swimsuit. And I want to take a lot of pictures because, sorry, I feel right now I don't take a lot of pictures. Yeah, you have a stylist. And I was thinking size 8 and 150 pounds.
So my weight that I want to be at is a year from now is 105 pounds. I know I can be 107 and still not be very, that's just not disciplined. So I want to be 105 pounds. A year from now, I have another son getting married. In 3 weeks, my youngest son is getting married, and I already have the dress in my closet, and it is I'm trying to think, I think it's a 0, but it is, I can't wait for you girls to see it, but I have to make sure that I don't gain anything or it won't fit, but it's beautiful. And so then my second son is getting married in Santa Barbara, California next fall on the beach. And so I will want to make sure that I look amazing there in because I'm going to have daughter-in-laws and they're all hot and sexy, and I don't want to be the frumpy in-law. And so I want to be able to wear my bikini and then also be able to wear my skinny jeans. And right now I have a picture of me last Christmas with my family in skinny jeans, and I look hideous. At least that's my version of myself. And so I don't want that. So, and I want to have I don't want that right there. And I just recently saw a video I took of myself when I was doing some property, because I do lots of videos, and I saw those bat wings and I thought, ooh, so you got to get going. So those are my goals.
For tonight, I just said I want to get down to 150. But Hannah helped me Google what a healthy weight was for my age and weight, and I think it was 132 to 146. So now my goal weight is 146. I have no idea what size that will be. Let's say a size 6. I mean, I don't know. 1 year from now, I want to be in the cute little golf skirts, if you know what I'm talking about, with a t-shirt, a one-piece bathing suit. I want to be able to do any body workout. I mean, I'm limited right now with the knee replacements and getting on the floor and getting up and whatever. So I'm doing quite a few modifications. I'm retired, so I don't have a big clothes budget. I'll be in shorts and capris and whatever. So I set $2,000 as a clothes shopping budget. Always before I shopped at JCPenney's. It was the old ladies' clothes. I don't want to shop there anymore. I'm going to take my husband and my daughter with me shopping because they're the best buy for me. And I don't want to have to wear so many layers to cover up. We have a camper on the lake. It's lakefront. So we'll be able to go with the grandsons and Hannah and her husband and my husband and just have a good time on the boat and not worry about covered up. You know, I'll have on a swimsuit, a one-piece suit underneath, then I'll have on a pair of shorts, and then I'll have on another top because I'm all covered up. I've got the fat rolls covered up, so I don't want to do that anymore.
All right. So I'm 5'9", by the way. So I call it Glamazon. So in 1 year from now, I will be 150, which I think is a size 6. In 1 year from now, I will exercise my body 6 days a week. And I also wrote down that I will be able to do an Insanity Max workout without modifications easily. I will be an athletic mom with muscle and the stamina to keep up with my kids and my husband. And I drew a little wink face. My hobby is hiking and being active. And I will be confident and feel amazing. And I too, I'm not sure exactly where I will shop because I am kind of an online kind of girl, but I know for a fact I will never step into a Torrid again, ever. So that'll be a year from now.
You know, and as we come into this week and the next weeks and the next week and the next week, it's continuing to speak into who we're becoming. It's continuing to making sure we're watering the right thing. We can't water the weeds and expect the roses to grow. We got to make sure we're watering where we're going, not where we've been. And as you continue, because as you build, your mind is the most powerful thing that you possess, your mind. And long before I became the blonde on a beach in a bikini, and I was blonde, all blonde, I became her in my brain. I was well over 200 pounds, but I thought like the blonde. I dressed like the girl on the beach in the bikini, not covered up in all the freaking layers. Because who wants to go to the beach in a bathing suit, but you're so afraid to take the bathing suit off? And if you take the bathing suit off, you figure out how you can get the towel closest to where you're going in the water. Because in the water, you're still going to be covered up. We were not supposed to live with this burden of weight. And what I'm going to tell you is when we start shedding and we start getting healthy and we start getting comfortable and confident in who we are, and we don't have this weight holding us back, man, I don't think most of us realize how much this burden of weight holds us back, because we've gotten so used to living with it. We've gotten so used to the way of life. We've gotten so used to hiding, to staying out of the pictures, to staying in the background, to covering up, to layers, to Spanx. And we just got to a place where we accepted it no longer. The settling stops. And we're going to stop living by default and start accepting what we've accepted, and start fighting and start building and start intentionally writing the next chapter and building the body that we want. Building the body that's going to keep us healthy, that's going to keep us strong, that's going to make sure that whatever travels you want to go on when you're 70, when you're 80, when I am 90 and I am getting off the plane in French Polynesia, I can get my own luggage bag down. I don't need some guy to do it for me. I can do it. I might let my husband do it, but I will be strong enough to do it. I will be strong enough to swim with the stingrays, to skydive on my 100th birthday, to still be having sex when I'm in my 90s, to still be chasing each other around naked with the lights on, not hiding with them off, to look in the mirror and be proud of what's looking back at me. And my biggest prayer is that when I take my last breath and I depart this earth and I go to meet my maker, I will be able to look at him and say, I used everything you gave me and I left nothing in the tank. And that doesn't happen on accident. It only happens on purpose.